2025 here at the Fairmont Miramar in Santa Monica, California. And today I'm here with Bruno from NPAW. Bruno, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your title and your role in NPAW.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Bruno, I'm at NPAW responsible for one of our verticals. So at NPAW we do like end-to-end data intelligence from monitoring, infrastructure, content delivery optimization, quality of experience, and the vertical that I'm responsible for, that is digital experience intelligence, where we aim on unifying the whole digital experience of the end users to support business decisions and automation and customer experience orchestration.
Okay.
Using the unification of these data points that we know about how users are behaving in any video platform.
And for me, of course, NPAW is sort of metadata and the actions around the metadata for it. The company has been around for quite some time, and obviously has made an impact in the industry, enough so that you were on a panel this morning around thought leadership in the industry. Give us, for the viewers who may not have seen that, give us a sort of a synopsis of what your thoughts are from the leadership standpoint in the industry.
Yeah, so we have been for 15 years almost, I believe, working as a data provider. So we started providing the understanding of what was happening in any video platform. We have a history of quality of experience solutions and so on. But then that turned into insight. So how things are happening and so on. And then we reached the point on why things are happening.
Okay.
And to get to this point, there was a lot of evolution in terms of data-driven culture in the industry. And it's part of our work in a way. So we collaborate and we partner in a way with our customers to develop that kind of unified culture. So unifying departments around the same understanding and sharing data insights and so on. And at this point, we are going after that why, and we are going to how can we optimize, using the data to optimize directly the end user experience. And we are seeing AI supporting that in a practical manner, which is very exciting to be seen.
So if I remember correctly, and I may be wrong, you all started sort of in the RUM, the real-time user measurements and those kinds of things. RUM was great because it gave us a lot of information, but it's also really hard to aggregate that into actionable items. Does the machine learning part / AI help with taking that data and turning it into action?
Absolutely. Well, across our history, so the capability, the capacity of processing data evolved a lot. So right now it's not an issue at all, so we can process real-time metrics, because one thing is just tracking how many events are happening, how many actions are being done. The other is really how's the evolution of my X KPI. So, and that can be, I don't know, the engagement level of my users combining 10 different metrics on number of sessions per day, per month, whatever, number of titles watched, level of engagement with different genres, I don't know. All of that, it's very, very democratized or evolved at this point, so we can process a lot of metrics in real time, so we get really good insights. That's one thing, and right now, I mean, using AI and machine learning, and we can go in that detail until the point that when are we talking about the Terminator and when we are talking about what we use, but I mean, using AI or machine learning to process the insights, it's the only way to get to real outcome. I mean, we cannot depend on human beings on looking at dashboards and trying to draw decisions. So for us right now, it's one very, very important step that we're investing on building agents that can understand and generate these insights and give to the humans like processed information to take decisions that really are dependent on strategy, on creativity and so on, that only humans can make.
So one of the previous interviews I had, we talked about the need to get the data in consistent form and look at standardization of data coming in from these disparate dashboards, from these disparate log sources. And then the second interview that I had, somebody posited something interesting, which was the machine learning AI piece maybe used agentically to actually build the dashboard. So you use, on one hand, algorithms to massage the data to get it all into a standard form, which ideally we'd like to see the industry do as a whole, but may not necessarily happen like sort of the old Dublin Core XMPP things that we used to do. But that we run into the problem now of having too many dashboards, and that the idea is the agentic AI may essentially build a dashboard that's customized just to what that customer is trying to figure out in their KPI. Does that sound?
Yes, it's a natural process, and well, it's not everyone that likes when I say that, but I mean analytics as an end goal for data intelligence, it's dying. So to have as many dashboards as you can have, I mean, doesn't help anyone.
Right. It looks cool, but it doesn't help.
It looks cool. Gives you visibility on what's happening. But what matters is what you do with that data.
Right.
And at some point, it's not really needed. I mean, you need to have the KPIs.
Sure.
But we have examples that are very established, like personalization, content recommendations.
Right.
Nobody's thinking like, okay, who's this user? What should I offer to him? The algorithm does it for you.
Yeah, right.
And we are working right now, for instance, in customer experience orchestration, where the algorithm is thinking on which experience should I enroll to this new user that I have. Or this guy that have just converted or got activated, watch these 3 titles that tells me, based on what I have learned from the other users, which experience should I offer to them? So enroll a next level of experience. They lost engagement. What should I enroll to them as an experience? So those decisions doesn't need to be reflected on a dashboard, and you don't need a person to think about it.
I go on Facebook and Insta so infrequently, like twice a year, that there is no algorithm for me. So what I get a chance to see is the trend of what that agent is thinking should be offered to me. And sometimes it's disconcerting because it has nothing to do with me, but on other times it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm in the middle of
thinking about it.
Right, exactly. And I guess the last question then to talk about is, you know, in the early days, we all looked at the RUM model, and then we said, oh, there's this federated CDN idea coming along. That was a European-driven thing. But then there was the question of what is the actionable item for the CDN based on RUM versus what was the actionable item for the content owner. Where do we stand in that? Because as you said, we know it's happening. We're trying to figure out why it's happening, and then we're trying to figure out what to do with it. Does that what to do with it also still play into the content delivery networks themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So for CDN, for instance, it's again, so those questions, they can be managed on the back end by a machine, you know, that it's taken into account, and that's a very important point. So we can get the perceived quality of the end user. Is it really impacting their experience? It's the first thing. And then if it is, so we can work on ways to improve it. For content delivery, we can have this is one thing, so the quality, and the other is financials.
Sure.
Like how can I save money and optimize my content delivery?
Yeah.
So we get, for instance, the capability to track the perceived quality and chunk by chunk in the video, select the best CDN possible to deliver the next chunk.
Yeah.
And preload the next chunk and so on. So all of that is running in the back end. So by an algorithm that is managing that for you. You don't really know which CDN is being used. Of course, you define the logic.
Okay.
And then what you see is that the end user's experience just improve because you are acting before issues are happening and so on.
And then that takes me to the natural, I guess, last question. So in the telecom world, we had third-party billing when you transferred across long-distance providers. You know, it was least cost routing is what we called it back then. If you have these multiple CDNs involved, how do you build the level of trust to them that we really are making a decision based on the quality of experience for the end user versus I want to use more of this CDN versus this CDN because of the cost models?
Like that. So that's our what we control. So the perceived quality and also the regionalized and the contextualized experience that you get. It's what you were saying about social media, for instance, and the algorithms. You don't need to use it. So we know that the user is similar to you, so they're having this or they're liking this kind of experience. It's the same for the algorithm for the CDN selection, for instance. We know that people in your area using your ISP, using your device, and so on, they're having this kind of experience, and we can predict where the issues will be and so on, and select the best option, either for the best quality or, getting the best needed quality with the best price possible. So we don't need to have like overkilling quality. We just need to reach the level of quality that you want to deliver for the best price as possible. And we can use prediction as well, so considering area, history, and so on.
At a given time with a given bandwidth capacity. Yeah. Awesome. Bruno, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back with our next interview.